What's up, everybody? Good morning, CSL. Hey, there we go. My name's Jake. That's Joe. That's James, and that's Yuri. We're the band. And already on stage, ready to go, is the wonderful, amazing LaVon Hardison.
Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. Happy season of light. So that's the theme for December, is light. And we're going to start off singing about light. Because we need it. Like, you never say, oh, I've had too much light. I mean, it's true. We never say that. It's like more. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. Now this next one, we're gonna say you, and I want you to think about somebody or some place that you can send this to. Maybe it's even your future self. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, yes you shine, yes you shine so bright. Yes you shine, yes you shine, yes you shine so bright. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we what? And we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, yes we shine, yes we shine so bright.
What makes the heart glad is the remembrance of who we are. So when I hear that, I hear, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Think about it. We might have a little light, but when we have that little light around us, can be no darkness. The light doesn't fight darkness. It just is itself. Do you know we could just be ourselves? Just be ourselves. And I am as God created me, in the light and in the love and in the glory. See, we didn't make this light. As the poet said, we came into this incarnation trailing clouds of glory. And then we forgot. It's a great game, isn't it? Hide and seek at the ultimate way. This is supposed to be a prayer, but I guess it's a rap session. Who knew? But you get what I'm saying, right? Because prayer is the time and the space and the energy to change consciousness. So during this time of darkness, during this time of long nights and short days, let us remember that the eternal light lives within. And let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And so it is.
Good morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Abigail Shire, and I'm the Associate Minister here, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our center today. I don't know if you know, but this service has been designed especially for you, and the Infinite had a role in it, and so I'm excited to see how it unfolds because it's always different every week. But I want you to know that no matter who you are, no matter what's going on in your life, you are welcome here. Everybody is welcome here. So welcome home. Yeah. And it's a great place to be, especially during the holidays. So if you're having some missing of people or interesting experiences, we have people and interesting experiences here. So glad you showed up. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, we have these lovely connection cards in your seat back pockets. For those of you who are here, there's all different kinds of ways you can connect with us. One of them says connection. Fill that out. Give it to somebody with a name tag or put it in our offering basket. We'll make sure you're connected and you get an email notifying you about what's going on. And for those of you who are online, by the way, if you look around in person, there's lots of people here in person. You are only 25% of our community. 75% of our community is out there online joining us. So welcome, hi, we see you, we love you, and you are a part of us. We also have a connection card for you if you want to fill that out as well. And please do let us know where you're logging in from, even if it's nearby. It's okay. We're so grateful that you have decided to be with us today because your energy contributes to the energy of the whole of this service, and it makes a difference for all of us. So thank you. So glad you're here. And I wanted to let you know of a couple of quick things that we have going on. First of all, today we have a brunch after this service. So it's potluck brunch. Even if you didn't bring food, you're still welcome to eat with us. And if you want to go grab food really quickly right after service, we'd love for you to join us. And everybody is welcome. So there tends to be a lot of really good food. Just going to let you know that. Lots of deliciousness and creativity happening. In addition, we're having a holiday sale in the bookstore, so up to 40% off. If you want to buy a friend or a family member or yourself a holiday gift, this is the place to do it. So you can just go on downstairs to our fellowship hall and check out our bookstore. And I wanted to let you know also that every Wednesday, if you're feeling a little down after, the Sunday pick-me-up, we have a Wednesday pick-me-up that is delivered online. It's called our weekly Faith Lift. Some people call it a facelift. It also does that. It lifts your cheeks and your face, but it's a faith lift. And we would love for you to check that out as well. Well, with that, I'd love to introduce our beautiful, spectacular, super light, right here, right now, LaVon Hardison.
I love that you use the phrase, we have interesting people. Does anybody else remember the Bugs Bunny cartoon and he's doing the hair and he's like, we meet the most interesting people. That's what I was hearing. We're interesting like that. Bugs Bunny interesting. We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking, oh, we are walking in Christians of one mind, living in the radiance of Spirit all divine. Every heart and nation is answering the call to a true salvation, knowing God is all and all. We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking. We are walking. We are walking. Oh, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking. Oh, we are walking in the light of God. As we turn our faces up to the light of life, harmony replaces all pain and fear and strife. See the heavenly harvest bountifully poured as we raise our voices, being all in one accord. What? We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking. We are walking. We are walking. Oh, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking. Oh, we are walking in the light of God. Okay, so you know what we do. There's a verb here. It's called walking. And what we're doing is we are walking in what? In light. Even if it's not really great at the time, we're still walking in light. As we turn our faces up to the life of life, harmony replaces all pain, all fear, all strife. See the heavenly harvest so bountifully poured down as we raise our voices all in one accord. We're walking in the light of God. We are 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 walking. We are walking. We are walking. Oh, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking. Oh, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking. Oh, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. Oh, we are walking in the light of God.
Okay, so how many of you are wondering what you just walked into? I always wonder what people think of us. Not that I care much, but still, I do wonder. So we are a synthesis. What we teach is a synthesis, meaning put it all together, of the findings or the discoveries of science, the opinions of philosophy, and the revelations of religion, which could be a great conversation piece, Except what we want to do is to take all that together and apply it to human needs and aspirations so that life on earth becomes heaven. Life on earth becomes a harmonious experience no matter what we're going through. It doesn't mean that stuff doesn't happen. But we're equipped within to move through that stuff with a sense of certainty and grace, conviction, hope, and faith. That's what we're about. And sometimes we dance. And sometimes we get crazy and silly, and sometimes you can cry. How many of you, when you first came here, you cried? You know what? That was soul recognition, by the way. That was your soul going, yeah, oh, man. Glad she finally found this place. Oh, he, she, they. All of it. All the above. Woohoo. Well, it is December, and yes, we're going to talk about light today. Let there be light, because it is hard to enter December and not yearn for light. Just like a thirsty person yearns for water. And this yearning for light has been going on for a very long time. I also want to say, did you know that in some, especially in more indigenous cultures, worship is through dance? It is through movement. It wasn't until the very northern part of Europe that people became more cerebral and more of a, like let's just think about God. Other people wanted to move with God and let God move them. So if you want to dance, then just let it happen. And if you don't, that's perfectly okay too. We are an equal opportunity center for the sitters and the dancers. If that's the only thing that divides us, praise God, brothers and sisters. Yes. Okay, where was I? And maybe light has been a part of the yearning for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. For instance, during this time, there's a lot of celebrations of light. In India, there's Diwali, which actually this year, because it's on a lunar cycle, began in November the 15th, on November the 15th. It went for 5 days. They call it the Festival of Light, and it's celebrated by the Hindus, the Sikhs, and the Jains, which pretty much makes up a lot of India. Symbolically, they say that it is the victory of light over darkness, which is actually, symbolically, the victory of knowledge over ignorance. And the story that is told for that is it is Rama or Krishna, either one, both are incarnations of Vishnu, overcoming their own obstacles and challenges, their adversaries. So what they're trying to say through myth, because myth is so powerful, you guys, so powerful. But in those myths, it's like you can overcome anything. Speaking of light overcoming darkness, the yearning in so much of the world for light showed up as civilizations, and I mean civilizations building huge monuments to capture and celebrate the winter solstice at the exact right time. I got an aerial view of the Temple of Karnak, and the Temple of Karnak is set up on an axis, so that as you entered the temple, at the very end would be a window that was in the Holy of Holies, and it would be lit up only on the winter solstice. So many things were set up for the winter solstice. So much. Go to Peru. Where are they set up? Winter solstice. So Egypt, Peru. We're not really, a lot of the stone monuments around England, winter solstice. We're going to Ireland next year, and Newgrange must have been built by, they say, generations. It's so big that one person couldn't have built it, one group of people. It was like that one group of people decided to build this monument, and their next generation had to complete it. Huge, huge monolithic accomplishment. Set up for, guess what, the winter solstice. So that penetrating the earth one time a year would be the sun at the winter solstice. Jeez. Can you imagine 40 years just to acknowledge the winter solstice? Whoa. We acknowledge it too a little bit differently. I think we have a party and some we do stuff. We do stuff. Actually, it used to be one of my favorite celebrations because it really is, for me, the new year. The laying it down and the taking it up. How many of you have ever experienced the winter solstice? This is what I do every year. The winter solstice happens, and then I count every 3 minutes that we gain every day. And then only 10 days, and we've got a half hour. Hallelujah! 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 I can see, the angels are singing. Just because it's all those people that were born in the northern hemisphere. So, and then there were folks that didn't have the time or the energy or the resources to build monuments. So they did the next best thing during this winter solstice. They would put little lights and ornaments, candles, smart, they're outside, on outside trees, usually evergreens. Little candles with ornaments. Now, what does that sound like? That was done in Northern Europe for not centuries, millennia. The tree was not brought inside and made Christian until Queen Victoria. Yeah. So this is not a Christmas tree. This is a holiday tree. It is a winter solstice tree. It is a let light happen tree. And I'm really grateful. It's beautiful. Thank you to Patrick for making that happen. And then we're not done with light yet. And then we have a tradition that's more known to us, and that is the religious tradition of Hanukkah, also known as the Festival of Lights. Once again, a celebration of light through 8 days. And of course, we have Christmas, where a great light or star guided shepherds and wise men to an incarnation of love and truth on a starry, holy night. Light, 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 light. I had a revelation. You guys, I watched too much Glee. Who was in my practitioner class, my Glee practitioner class? Yeah, and Ray Huell was there, Debbie Esposito. And I can't, you're never supposed to have a favorite class, just like you're never supposed to have a favorite child. Forgive me, I have sinned. And I have a favorite class, and it was the one that we would just break into song. So it would say something or remind me of something, I'd just break into song, and then they'd be singing, and then Ray and Debbie would be dancing in the middle. I think we're going to start doing church in the round so that we can break into song and dance. Oh, watch it. The new year's coming. Anyway, I had this revelation, and that was that the ineffable, that which is beyond all names, that which is undescribable, that which we can't even comprehend with our human mind. Our finite experience cannot comprehend the infinite. It loved us so much it gave us a face. So it showed up as something that we could relate to, called Jesus and Krishna and Rama and Buddha. So that people could have an object, because it's easier to love an object and let that object love you than just the isness of it all. What love. I get it. God so loved the world that it didn't give its only begotten Son, but it gave an image of itself so that we could be loved by it and us love it. That's the way I look at it. I'm not saying you have to. Oh, and I'm not done with light yet. According to Zen Buddhist tradition, Buddha reached full enlightenment or awakening from ignorance on December 8th. December 8th, Buddha Day, Enlightenment Day. Isn't that interesting? Woohoo! So there's lots of light going on. And a long time ago, I was told that numbers have significance. I was told this by someone who had been in some sort of government intelligence. And he said, you know, if when we looked around at what was happening in the world, if a thing happened once, you know, it happens. Stuff can happen. Twice, it could be a coincidence. 3 times, it's suspicious. 4 times, it's a conspiracy. So it seems to me like something is speaking to the world through on different continents, through different time and space, that light is important. And there's an idea. I'm going to just give you maybe one of the first people that initiated this idea that I know of, and that was Emerson when he talked about an oversoul. That there's a field of consciousness that connects us all. And that consciousness is like our subjective, and it does not speak in words. It shows up in symbols and feelings and impulses. And then the conscious mind interprets all that. And it shows up and speaks to us through stories that are told over and over and over again because the soul needs that story. And impulses over and over and over again because the soul needs that impulse. It could be described as a collective, myths and stories could be described as a collective dream. So I looked up what So I looked up dream work and what would light mean if light kept showing up in your dreams or my dreams. So if light shows up in your dreams, it could mean that you're about to get or have gotten a good idea. And isn't that portrayed with cartoonists? When somebody has an idea, a little light bulb goes off. See, they captured that idea. They captured it. It means that something's going to shift in your consciousness. It either has and you haven't noticed it, or be waiting for it. If light shows up in your dreams, it could be that you are reaching a place of illumination and greater intelligence. So that's why the wonderful artists were inspired to put light around the saints and the holy people. No matter what the religion was, they are always have more light around them. Why? Because the light says that they have become somewhat illumined. They see greater than we see. They see what we don't see. It's not that it's not there. It's like some animals can see parts of the ray of light spectrum that we can't see, and so too can illumined people. They see possibilities that we don't see. They see support that we don't see. In the Bible, light usually accompanied the Holy Spirit or Holy Ghost. And then I love this. This is the last thing it said. If you're dreaming and you keep seeing light in your dreams, it's a sign of hope. And when I think about it, a lot of the holy people that we recognize in the holy stories had a lot to do with hope. Buddha hoped to find a way to end suffering. The Jewish people who were going to rededicate the temple hoped that the oil would last long enough to do so. The Jewish people hoped for an end to their being subject to their conquerors. People that were more agriculturally minded and lived close to the earth hoped for the return of the sun, therefore the return of the planting season, therefore a harvest. Light has a lot to do with hope. I believe that the light keeps showing up in our own consciousness as a reminder to hope. To hope. Today is an ode to hope. The reason I do this is I was called to really look at hope when I was around people who had no hope. I've seen people with no hope. I can tell when people have no hope. There is a certain cast in their eyes, and I can see no hope. It's not so much in our center anymore, but there was a time in our center where I would watch a lot of people and there was no hope. It's actually the saddest thing I've ever seen. I would rather see somebody who is sick with hope, going through divorce, but still hope, being challenged financially and still have hope, than just no hope. I was reminded that I came back from a country, and I'm not going to say which country it was, and the thing that I had to say is I've never seen so little hope in a country. Because they didn't see that things could change. They saw no hope for a different future. And so maybe that's why I wrote this. Hope is frail. Hope is frail and wispy, and her iridescent bones shine through her translucent skin. What good is hope, you may ask, her name nothing more than a 4-letter word? But the gods knew the true power of hope when she was created 1/2 second after humanity. You see, she's small enough to fit inside the human heart and strong enough to never give up and never give out. Most importantly, hope has magic eyes that can see the future and portend amazing possibilities. And when hope reunites with her big sister Faith, watch the miracles happen. For when the miracle sisters are united, faith feeds hope, and what was once a wispy dream is fleshed out into tangible reality. Faith, you see, is the substance of things hoped for. But we're not shaping our faith unless we fan our hope. Because here's the other thing. We all have faith. We all have faith. Like people say, I have no faith. No, you just don't have faith in what you hope for. But you have faith. You have faith that it'll stay the same. Nothing's going to change. It's never going to be any better. It's faith that I can't do it. It's faith that, you know what? Here are the facts. We have faith. We have faith in what people tell us. We have faith in the doomsayers. We have faith in what our parents told us we were capable of. We have lots of faith. But when you put faith inside your hope, something marvelous can happen. Praise God. A long time ago, after this whole faith thing and just watching it in a congregation's eyes and then watching it in this one country I went to, I realized that we were here, and this is what I do. I'm just going to, this is the secret sauce of what I do. Or I should say my motivation. My motivation is that you come here and we provide you with hope again. Hope in your future, hope in your possibilities, hope in your potential. And that then we help you build your faith so that you're strong enough to believe in your hope. Strong in believing in what's hopeful, not in believing what's not. And that then we celebrate miracles. That there's a place to say, yippee-ki-yay, look what I did. Do you know have you noticed that in society it's not easy to brag? I mean, some people brag, but it's kind of like building themselves up. You know, it's a flimsy, flim-flammy brag. Have you noticed flim-flammy brag? But what about, wow, I used to do this and now I do this. What about, I prayed and I got the job. I love our prayer practitioner list where people ask for prayer and then they say what happened. It's like, it works. It's a holy brag. We need to have a new term, holy brag. You know, this stuff's working in me, holy brag. It's sort of like holy cow, but different. So I'm here to talk about faith, to help you build your faith, and that's why I often talk about what goes on and what works in my life. And to also say, and I'm not any different or better. I'm just a girl. Oh, God, no, never mind. Yeah, never mind. My mind, did you see where it goes? Anyway, I'm just a girl standing before a congregation. Because I want you to catch my hope. I'm not any different. By the way, how many of you participated in our prayer exchange last week? Great. How many of you either felt a shift internally or had an actual demonstration of that prayer? Great. Raise your hands. You know what that does? It gives people hope. It gives people hope in prayer. See, that's what I'm calling a holy brag. How many of us, something good happens and we just sort of keep it to ourselves? Thank you for being honest. But how many, when something bad happens, you tell at least 5 people? Stop it! We do that, don't we? Do you see why I want the holy brag? Because what you went through might be exactly what somebody else needed to hear so that they can still hope that something will happen the same for them. But it's selfish to have God work in your life and not talk about it. Selfish. You heard me the first time. But it's true. It's not humble. Now, we think we're being humble. We think we don't want to show off. But when you have something good and you're not sharing it, that's selfish. I was going to say, last night I was doing this, I was saying, you need to read about some people. I thought, you guys don't read. Most of you don't read. I realized I'm old. I read. Rest of you are all learning things on YouTube. So here's some people to watch on YouTube. I want you to write this down. I want you to find them on either a website or YouTube. Don't check it out while I'm talking because I can see you. No, really. That's rude. Just quickly write it down on a piece of paper in front of you and check these people out later because they give me so much hope. There are 2 people that are successful that shouldn't be. One is Dougie Hall. Oh, I love Dougie Hall. Who Dougie Hall? I'm a Dougie Hall convert. That man is called by God. That man is called by God and he's preaching this gospel to Native Americans who, if you want to see a group of people who sometimes lost hope, go to a reservation. Not the ones around here with the casinos. And he is preaching the gospel and he's saying, you know what? Nobody said I could do this from the res. Nobody says you get off the res. Nobody says you're successful in this area from the res. And I'm here to tell you, he said it, I put it on our Facebook page. If you're a member and not on our Facebook page, you better get on it. Because I give you Dougie Hall all the time. And he said, change your thinking, change your life. He's probably got an Ernest Holmes in his back pocket. Dougie Hall and Gary Vee. He's got a longer name, but you'll find him on Gary Vee. That too. He is such an inspiration because he is successful and he wants everybody else to be. He's not holding it in. And he's saying things like, if you and your family are healthy, you're the happiest people in the world. You should be. I mean, he is so good. He is allowing himself to speak from the overflow of the blessings in his life and telling other people how to do it as well. It's wonderful. So just, check them out. So do your research. The next thing, then this comes from the prophet Snoopy. Snoopy Dog. You know what he says is the secret of life? He's got cartoon after cartoon. He says there's one thing is the secret of life. Look up. The more you look up, the more hope is flamed within you. You will have visions of possibilities you knew not of. What a thing I love about Christianity, and I'm not so sure about other religions because I haven't studied them that much, but in Christianity, the pictures of the saints usually looking up. Mary, who could conceive of something that would shift the world, looking up. In the Bible, before Jesus brought forth a miracle, he was looking up. Look unto the hills, from which will cometh thou salvation, meaning that will save you, that which will save you from your grumpy self and save you from your lack of hope. And then the last thing is just start listening to the silence because it speaks. Ernest Holmes, I love that. I will gaze into the darkness until I see the light. I will listen to the silence until it speaks. But so much of us is just chattering on and on and on about the same old stuff. Same old, same old, same old. How many of you know that? Same old, same old, same old. Look up and shut up. That could be our new slogan. I didn't mean to say shut up. It just came out of my mouth. I looked up and I'm sorry. But anyway, that is going to be on a sticky note all over my house now. But you look up and you be quiet. You listen. And you will be informed. You will be informed. Let's pray. So, do what feels comfortable to you. I love this place. I love this place. I love this teaching because we don't have rules and dogma. I mean, we do have some suggestions. For instance, do you know there was a time I had to ask a guy to not wear his Speedo into church? And it took everything I could to ask him because we were supposed to be so inclusive. But it was just too much. And no one wanted to sit around him. So anyway, so here I am saying, we don't have a lot of dogma. We do. No Speedos. I draw the line. You gotta draw the line somewhere. And I'm supposed to do a closing prayer after. Anyway, what I want to say is, if it feels good to close your eyes, close your eyes. If it feels good to put your hands over your heart, do that. If it feels good to put your hands up in a receptive mode, do that. If it feels comfortable to look up, do that. And what if in this closing time, you let hope reveal a new possibility for yourself? Let hope speak. And so it is.
is kind and suffers long. Love is meek and thinks no wrong. Love than death itself more strong. Therefore give us love. Prophecy will fade away, melting in the light of day. Love will ever with us stay. Therefore give us love. Faith will vanish into sight. Hope shall be fulfilled in light. Love will ever shine more bright. Therefore, give us a love. Faith and hope and a love we see, joining hand in hand agree. For the greatest of the three, the best it is love. The greatest of the three, oh, it is a love. It is a love. It is love.
Yes, it is wonderful, and you get to spend some time with Levon. I think there's still a few openings. I'm not sure, but we did have first service. Oh, I'm sorry. Levon is having a pop-up creativity playtime. Yes, at 12:30, but it's in our classroom A, and there's very limited seating, and first service may have taken all the spots. But check it out. Oh, look, we have someone leaving right away. So check with the registration table to see if there's any open spots, because that would be fun. What she's going to do is have you write a series of affirmation or prayers based on what you heard today, and then using various mediums, you're going to create your own homemade booklet. Ooh, I love crafty stuff. Anyway, that's going to be fun. Plus, she and Jake and the band are doing a Soul of the Holiday Season concert this Wednesday. So that should brighten up Wednesday for sure. So after work, stop by, get dinner anywhere around Green Lake or on Finney Ridge, and this could be very fun, and then come to the concert. I would buy your tickets today, because otherwise there will be a long line to get tickets on Wednesday. So I encourage you to do that. And also we have our Create a Better World holiday service projects. And I just need to say something here. I'm really grateful that we have a coat drive that was started by a woman who lost her coat. She lost her coat about 25 years ago, and she was very cold. And she said, well, if I'm cold, my goodness, think of all the people that don't have coats and can't go buy another coat. So she started our coat drive. Since then, we have collected thousands of coats and given them away. But you know what? There's thousands more that need to be given away. So check out your coats. And also having, you know, how many of you have gone without? How many of you have had a hard time during the holidays? It might be, if you have now, give now. Maybe we have so that we can make life better for someone else. So check out the giving tree, which is right back there with the red and green balls on it. Or check out all of the holiday activities that you can participate in at the little table right by the registration desk. Because we can make life better for someone else. You are a force for good in the world. If we have, we can give. And it's wonderful. And then next Sunday, speaking of giving, our wonderful prayer practitioners will be offering spiritual tune-ups. So that is a 20-minute opportunity for you to talk to someone else, tell them what's going on in your heart, your hopes, your dreams, and have them be in agreement with you, and then solidify that conversation with prayer. So who are our prayer practitioners? Would they raise their hands? So these are the wonderful people that you can talk to about this activity, because it's very, very powerful. And and I know there's a way to sign up. So it says sign up, and you can do this here in person in the sanctuary. And also for those of you online, there will be online tune-ups as well. And okay, tune-ups at spiritualliving.org. Thank you very much. Tune-ups at spiritualliving.org. That could be very simple. Those are your instructions. And life is good. Life is good. Let's just take a deep breath. Life is good. I have to become present. I'm already thinking about the next year and the theme for next year, which is Heaven is Here. So I would love for you to think about what would be heavenly for you, what would bring you a more harmonious life. So think about that through this year. Through this month, and be prepared. But right now, if I'm present, I need to ask you, because it's on this thing. Ask people to into the offering. So who has the basket? Okay, I love it. Della has got our basket. Thank you, Miss Della. So ask your heart. What is yours to contribute today? What have you received? And what is yours to give in response? To keep circulating. As Jay would say, you're not giving, you're just, what was the word you used? Circulating. You're circulating. What I would say is you're investing. You're investing in this message, you're investing in this community, you're investing in your future, because we're going to be here for you. And then we have this wonderful ceremony, tradition, ritual, where you bring your offering up and put it in the basket as a statement. I'm here for this community. And so it is. What kind of music should we have? This is second service. They are a little spicier than first service. What's kind of spicy? Spicy. Is that spicy? He doesn't take much spice, obviously. Never went to a Mexican restaurant. Refuses to go eat Indian food.
I order 5 stars at Indian restaurants.
Okay, then I want to hear a little spice of that music.
I'm not getting older, I'm getting better. And that's the whole point. I was thinking earlier, you don't have to be sick to get better. There's always more good. So, practitioners will be welcoming you, whether you're at good or better. For more better, circle of prayer right over here, and you're very welcome. And then somebody will be back in the corner at the practitioner desk if you have any questions or whatever. And at 12:30, time for the potluck. We're doing Grief Circle across the street in the White House. There was a beautiful memorial yesterday for one of our longtime congregants, Havelock. Grief is love, and it shows up. Any kind of loss, you're welcome. So, it's not there now, but I was thinking earlier, if you don't know whether you should come in person or go out and sit in the woods, we got both. The screen is always full of the beauty of nature, except right now. So let's just take a moment and check in. Check in to that light. Did you know every cell of your body is light? So let's make our thoughts equal and take that love out into our world. The world needs love, and we are it. Let's do it. We can do it. We are doing it right now. You are beautiful. One more time, you are beautiful. And you have so much to give to the world, and I'm so grateful for each and every one in here, online. You are loved. And so it is.
All right, it's time for the closing sing-along, and in accordance with our December theme of light, we're going to call a bit of an audible here, and we're going to do this little light of mine. Joe, would you set up some second line New Orleans groove for us back there? There we go. Please get up as you're able, get up, dance and sing, and all the fun stuff that you get to do.